Mine?
Yeah,
Yeah.
where did
There's no
both
video.
of y'all? Well,
Mine is on my screen. I see y'all.
No.
Weird. We don't
No.
see it. We're here live at the RER Report. If you did not hear that belch from Mystic, that is also our bugle call.
Yeah.
Turn up the color, the balance, Teddy.
Yeah, right. Turn up your contrast. Teddy.
Contrast down too low.
It's because the AI couldn't detect that there was someone in front of the camera because
that is
fucking
crazy.
AI is racist.
Fucking crazy. Why is it not showing me? That's fucked up, man.
I don't know, man.
Whatever,
Well,
bro. All right. Whatever. You don't get to see my beautiful face, but we're gonna do it anyway.
He is
We're
the
gonna do
prettiest.
it fucking live. I don't know. Oracle gives me a run for my money. I think. Yeah. It's yeah. Unless he has
My
a porn
glow.
stash. It's his glow. Yeah. He's so white. He's clear. All right. On this episode of the RER Report, we talk about tattoos. We listen to Ashtray about some bullshit, and we smoke a lot of bit of weed. With us this week, speaking of him, is Mushroom Munchin' Ashtray. Ashtray gets the names of the randoms he's fucked on his ass, and then crosses them out. His ass looks like someone shook up an Etch-a-Sketch. Got some scars on it.
somebody's got to.
Then there's Oracle. Oracle has our logo tattooed somewhere on his body. He won't tell us, and no one wants to go fucking looking.
On his one eye.
Inside my pee hole.
Wow, bro. Then there's Mystic. Mystic has a reproduction of the Sistine Chapel on his back. It's the most horrific and beautiful thing you'll never want to see. And then I'm Teddy. I would sign up for a tap out session, and the artist tapped out before I did. Then got pissed when I wouldn't tip him, which is actually a true story. So I fucked his mom.
You fucked your tattoo artist's mom?
No, I didn't. That was just me fucking around. But the part about him tapping out before I did was
he literally time-wise.
Huh? Yeah.
Like he's just like, oh,
out.
it's too long, fucking pussy.
No, yeah.
I'm the one getting cut.
All right, so we're gonna start off every show with our pause for the cause, the Dane Cook Humane Society.
Dane County, not Dane Cook.
Humane Society. That actually sounds like a good parody.
I don't fucking live there. Fuck you.
That's for hyper like Shih Tzus only. Dane Cook.
This week we have Melania the manatee, a manatee that was found in Florida to have Trump scraped into its back.
I got a picture.
Can't believe she stayed there that long. Now, that's made me wonder, did somebody Photoshop that picture, or is that an actual picture of the said manatee? Because that's sad.
Okay.
That is an actual picture.
It's an actual picture.
Yes. I will say that it did.
Go back to that actual picture.
They didn't scrape the skin. They only scraped
it's just to the fucking algae.
Algae. Yeah, it's just the algae.
Okay.
On top of it, yeah.
Okay, so maybe to the manatee, it's like, oh, you're scratching the algae.
Yeah, it probably
off
felt
me.
good. It was like, fuck yeah.
Okay. Here I thought it was like, I guess because when you think of manatees and like they're always getting fucking cut by propellers and shit, you know. So I'm thinking like somebody was like scraped like some asshole in the fucking bathroom with a fucking little switchblade.
Well, look at some of these pictures of they like have it like outline the letters in red in like MS
that
Paint.
does look like a real vandal.
Right, that looks like way worse than it actually is.
What it actually did, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's retarded. Yeah, don't molest the fucking manatees.
Yeah, leave them alone.
But Jesus
God damn it.
Christ.
Fucking...
Right.
It's not like somebody fucking jumped on its back with a switchblade.
What are the odds someone's going to do one that says Biden?
I don't think anybody's doing one that says Biden.
Oh, I could see a Trumper doing one that says Biden just to play the other side.
Oh, and then claim
yeah, exactly.
Antifa.
False flag.
Gotcha. Cool. All right, we're talking about tattoos this week. I've got a few of them. Want to learn about them, so I did.
A few of them. Didn't know what the fuck they were.
Yeah, I didn't know what they were. So tattoos have been around for about 5,000 years. The oldest, a couple of the oldest examples were from 3250 BCE and 3017 BC. One of the first ones, one of the oldest ones we found was a guy named Otzi. It was found on September 19th in 1991 by two German tourists at an elevation of about 3,200 meters or about 10,500 feet. It was found on the east ridge of the Fidenspitz in the Alps on the Austrian Italian border, on a mountain range. These guys were hiking and came upon a body. They thought they just found like a dead hiker. The next day, the body was extracted. It was half frozen still. I think the torso was still in ice.
Was the guy known as the Iceman or whatever?
Frozen man from Oats the Iceman. Yeah, that was him.
Okay.
And they dated him back to about 3,239 BC. His body was covered with 61 tattoos.
61. Holy 61. Shit.
Yeah. Yeah, my thing was like he was so fucking high up, and this guy just fucking
elevation wise, like this guy kind of was like, why the fuck would you go to such a cold region?
Well, his cause of death they think was blood loss. He had an arrowhead lodged in the shoulder.
That'll do it. Oh fuck, this arrow in the back of that might be a giveaway. What killed me?
Yep. Let me go back to my fucking original shit. Sorry. The other two they found were in 2018. Two mummies in Egypt, which dated back to between 3,351 BC to 3017 BC. Nobody really knows who started tattooing. I mean, it's been around for they say since the Neolithic age of humanity.
Well, yeah. I mean, and that's the thing is these are like 5,000 years old or whatever, but this dude had 60 fucking tattoos. It's not like he was just like future man, like, oh yeah, I'm the first guy with tattoos. That shit had probably been going on for quite some time.
Right, and that's why they can't really tell, who came up with it, because they all had even though some of the tattoo techniques are similar. I mean, it's all just fucking getting it under the skin.
Well, he's like someone like where he was like, and how much it's like you can't just go down to the corner street tattoo shop like you can today.
That's true.
It's like it's probably each and every one of those is ceremonial.
Right.
Well, we'll get to that here in a little bit. So some traditional practices by regions in North America. The oldest known evidence of tattooing was made through a frozen mummified Inuit female at St. Lawrence Island, who had tattoos on her skin. And in the 1600s, there are some Jesuits who came over to do missionary shit to the Native Americans, and they described in their writings people who permanently paint themselves using an extremely painful technique. They use needles, sharp awls, piercing thorns, anything that can really break the skin is what they use it for. In Japan, actually, between 1603 and 1868, Japanese tattooing was only practiced by the ukiyo. They were kind of like the trendy folks, city folks, those kind of people. Other people were firemen, manual workers, and prostitutes. And they did it to show their status and shit. But in the early 17th century, they started marking criminals with it, and it kind of became stigmatized. In 1868, actually, the Meiji Japanese government banned all form of tattooing altogether.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. They viewed it as barbaric and lacking respectability, and because they'd been tattooing. Yeah, they've been tattooing criminals and stuff with these marks and things. It kind of created a subculture because people couldn't. It's ancient Japan. If you're frowned upon and shit, that you can't just go back into society, and there's no way to get the shit off of you. It's permanent. And that's ultimately formed the roots for the modern Japanese Yakuza, and who become proud of their tattoos. Even now today in Japan, there's still some bathhouses that if you have a tattoo, like people don't show their tattoos, and if you have a tattoo, you can't get in these bathhouses. Boom.
Cool.
Biggity bam.
New Zealand, they got the Maori people. You all know those guys. Y'all ever watch rugby?
No.
They're the big guys with the tattoos
on their face. Yes. Yeah. They do the haka shit, which is like a war dance before
for the rugby game.
Well, one team does. The All Blacks, New Zealand's national team.
So what's cooler, rugby or soccer?
Rugby.
I mean,
it's lame, dude.
I would assume
have you ever seen a rugby guy run
there's
through
way more
fucking...
soccer fans in this town anyways. I don't know. It's weird because soccer people get up at 6 a.m. to watch that shit.
Rugby is a man's game.
I mean, yeah, they play. It's pretty much football without pads. It's man's game. Anyway, the Maori people of New Zealand practice a form of tattooing known as tamaku, which is traditionally they use chisels in their fucking technique, which is fucking crazy.
Just scrape my flesh off.
Right. And when it comes to all the Polynesians and everything else, it was kind of seen as not like a status symbol, but what's the word I'm looking for? Warriors did it. If like you headhunters, it was popular with headhunters in that region. And if you couldn't finish, and the shit was painful. The tau mako for the New Zealanders for the Maori, it was done on the face mainly. And if you couldn't, even in the like Hawaiian Islands, the Polynesian Islands, if you could not finish your tattoo, then you were kind of viewed as a weakling, like a bitch. You couldn't finish it off.
Yeah.
And this shit was fucking hurt, man.
Sure, it hurt, but I mean, if it's like, okay, yeah, you're gonna be exiled for the rest of your life.
Yeah, it basically becomes like you better fucking meditate.
It's like, Jesus Christ, get it together, man.
Yeah. Like, yeah, you better just fucking zone out, get into your Zen state of mind, let that pain flow over you.
In ancient Greece. Yeah. Oh yeah, sorry.
Go ahead.
In ancient Greece, Rome, and Persia, they were slaves and prisoners of war were tattooed.
You know, I never think of the ancient Greeks as having tattoos.
Why not?
Really? Why not?
Well, I mean, just because of like all the Greek art and statues and things like that, you know. But then again, like all those statues and everything, those were painted at one point in time.
At one point, yep.
Yeah, so that's where the tattoos were.
Right.
They weathered over time. They're just like beautiful marble.
Right.
Like, oh, wow, look. All we appreciate is just the carving. It's like, oh, yeah. Like David probably had a fucking grimace like on the end of his fucking bell end.
Right.
And nobody knows because it just weathered off.
Yeah, David just had like all these like horrible like tramp stamps and fucking dumb tattoos.
Tribal tattoos. Down his arms,
barbed wire.
I've got a cool fucking.
I'm a Nickelback fan.
Tattoo. I'm kidding. I don't have a tribal tattoo. Tattoos were in Europe and in the old days they had these Celtics called pigs that they had tattooed blue paint on their face and stuff. But it really got kind of reintroduced back between the 1760s, and 1780s with Captain James Cook. He had these voyages to the Polynesian Isles, and this actually the word tattoo comes from a Tahitian word tatau, tatau, which was introduced to European through Cook's travels. He his sailors, you know, kind of saw how they were doing, thought it was cool. Actually started tattooing themselves and bring it back over. If you did your voyage was successful, you know, you get an anchor, things like that to show people. It got pretty popular in the 1700s, especially among the aristocrats. It's rumored that Queen Victoria had a panther fighting a snake, I think it was, or a tiger fighting a snake on her back. Yeah, don't know how real that is, but I thought it'd be pretty badass.
Sounds
the Queen
pretty
of England
badass.
had a giant fucking that nobody knew. Tattooing in the States really came around again from sailors. Because all this
scurvy sailor.
Because all these tattoos were circling around.
Slutty tattoos in. All
these ports around the world we're seeing these sailors with these tattoos and things, and it kind of brought it back. But the sailors, I mean, they had to tattoo with what they had. So a lot of the time they were using gunpowder.
Dirty needles.
Yeah, pretty much dirty needles. Yeah, and sometimes urine because of the acidity to mix with the
urine.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
So yeah, like because a tattoo is pretty much a goddamn open sore. You know.
Yeah.
Man, some of these women from the like ye oldie times.
Oh yeah.
It's like you better believe they were getting some fucking looks back then.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Right.
1907.
Going against ladies who perform circus and sideshows, yeah.
Puritan and Protestant kind of values. Like, yeah, girl, you better live in the fucking slums in New York City.
Awesome. Cool. So, oh, I think I got the wrong page. God damn it.
Awesome, cool. No, based on her tattoo, she's probably in New Orleans.
Yeah, well,
Does it say?
she
was
was
a circus.
Yeah,
Oh,
she was a
Yeah,
circus
circus performer,
sideshow person.
Tattooed ladies.
Yeah.
I've got the wrong fucking page.
What a life. Imagine to be a tattooed lady in the 19-aughts. 19-dickety-2. I was a tattooed lady. You couldn't get me away from... Yeah. Man. I had every circus freak from here to Timbuktu.
Okay, there's. Okay, so the first documented professional tattooer in the U.S. was Martin Hildebrandt. He opened a tattoo shop in the New York City about the 1870s. The first documented professional tattooist in England was Southern. I don't know what I'm talking about that. All this, there was this tattoo. I got some pictures up on the thing. I've been drinking and smoking. I'm high as fuck. So,
all right, let's guide us, Teddy. We'll
all right.
Yeah, okay. I got some pictures on here. So this is pretty much the. Right. If you look down, you have the first one is the Polynesian way of tattooing.
Okay,
with
that's stick in that.
Yeah. The second thing,
that is.
That's still kind of practiced. Both these techniques are still practiced today, and a lot of
hat on her back.
Yeah, exactly what it is. The tapping of the stick, they try to do it with a heartbeat because it was kind of like spiritual form. Huh. And a lot of times you didn't, in those cultures, you didn't choose your tattoo. The tattoo artist did it for you. You chose what you felt like you should get. The one under that is.
I felt like you should get a dick. Dick and balls.
You should get a big old grimace head on your back.
There's actually a show about that. The one underneath that is the Japanese technique. Waburi is what it's called, which is pretty much a poke and stick. People say that these other
poke and stick
is pretty much what it is. I mean, it's a hand done tattoo gun. Or y'all can't see me. I'm doing fucking movements and shit. God damn it.
Yeah, I know, right? We really wish you could see it. We would fully understand the process if we had your video.
Damn right. Yeah.
Where's Mystic to come bitch about me talking? Has he lost his batteries?
I think he got kicked out of the call.
Jesus. We're just the fucking...
I was just waiting for him to rip into me.
We're taking on water here.
Oh my God, we're going down. And then underneath that we have the first ever tattoo machine. Made by Sam Riley in 1891, and he was actually a modification on Thomas Edison's electric pen.
So that, like the electric pen that was meant to write on paper?
Yes, like meant to write on paper.
Oh, okay.
It was pretty much like a rotary device that where the pen, just like a have you all ever seen Tattoo Needle? It's a mechanical pen that goes up and down really, really fast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The basics.
Well, the new ones go between 50. It can go up and down between 50 and 3,000 times a minute. It depends on how fast you want them to go.
Like
so he kind of took this kind of perfected it and made it so that it can go underneath the skin. In order to tattoo the skin, you need to go underneath it. There's 3 layers of skin: the epidermis, the dermis, and then there's the endodermis. Underdermis, whatever. Doesn't really matter.
It doesn't matter except for the details.
You need to get to the middle. All right? You need to get to the middle. Underneath the epidermis, you need to get underneath that. Between 1 millimeter, which is the depth of about 1 millimeter to about 5 millimeters.
That's a pretty big range
5 millimeters
for skin.
Deep.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I mean, I've had. Yeah, it's pretty painful to go that deep. I've had guys go too far.
What's 5 millimeters? That's half a centimeter. That's you're cutting into flesh.
So when it goes that far, is it not as like the tattoo isn't as dark? Like, does it get fucked up if they go that too deep like that?
I don't sure it varies in the ink. You know,
I mean, 5 millimeters is about the thing we said about the width of an eraser on a pencil.
Yeah, that's deep.
That feels pretty deep for fucking
that's
skin.
That's in the flesh.
Yeah.
Because if I cut an eraser length into my arm, yeah, there's a lot of blood.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Have you ever? Do you all have any tattoos?
I don't have any tattoos.
Yeah, I got my one and only. I got from my 40th.
Oh, okay. I mean, yeah, they don't tickle. But yes, I do agree with you. 5 millimeters is a little deep. I'm just letting you know the width of what you need to be under skin to get the ink to stick.
So when you see these pictures of people that have tattoos that peel off like completely, you know what I'm talking about?
No, I don't. I've seen the scab peel off.
Well, yeah. So I've seen stuff where it's like,
where it's like
this is what happens.
The peel process, and then there's nothing underneath.
Right, like the tattoo just peels off. Period.
It's like it just really didn't go deep at all.
Yeah, I'm wondering if they just didn't go deep enough in that.
That would have to be.
Yeah.
Because like, I'm sorry, but if you go 5 millimeters down there, you're leaving a mark.
Yeah.
Leaving a fucking mark.
Right.
I mean, well, the tattoo is pretty much a giant open sore. So when you get the tattoo, you apparently you don't want to go 5 millimeters deep, too deep, fellas. It hurts. Okay, Stay between 1, 2, and 3. Right. So the ink is punctured into all these cells, and you're killing all these cells. When you do it, your immune system sees this foreign substance, like we gotta get this shit out of here. So it starts trying to take the ink out, but because of the it's so much in all these cells,
because the ink was made with urine.
They can't get it all out. So what they kind of do is your immune system, they kind of just hold it there, suspend it, so that it can't infect any other cells, get anywhere else.
Oh, because he scarifies it.
Right. So as these cells die and get pushed up, the ink gets freed and kind of stays there, and new cells kind of trap it again. New immune cells kind of trap it again, and that's why they're permanent.
Okay.
Our immune system is actually keeping it there.
So if something happens,
so much relevant things to say.
If something like down the road, if something happens with your immune system, could you potentially lose the tattoo or whatever? Like,
I don't know.
I don't think the immune system works that way.
I do know that because of the regeneration.
That'd be like
cells.
basically saying, is there something could happen that could remove all your scars?
Yeah.
Like
maybe if you get AIDS or something.
Part of the scarring process.
I don't think AIDS will fuck up your tattoo. Jesus.
I don't know.
God damn it. But because of that's why also over time because of regeneration cells, that's why it fades over time. So if you look at something that you got done now and 10 years ago, whatever, it'd be a lot different. It'd be a lot faded.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I forgot my outline. I am so fucking high.
It's a good thing you're leading this fucking shit show. We don't have Mystic here to tell us what to do.
It says he's on the call, but I don't know if it's
I know, right? I was trying to add him, but he's already in here, and he doesn't say anything. Let's text. I'm going to text him on the Facebook.
Yelling at us. I'm talking, you son of a bitch.
Mystic, to fuck you.
Have you seen those like ultraviolet tattoos and shit like that?
No, I've not seen ultraviolet tattoos. I mean, that's
yeah. Here, let me.
So what is that? Essentially, kind of giving yourself like a permanent sunburn.
I mean, it's
they do like black light tattoos or something like that.
No.
Okay, so that brings us up to our next thing, the ink. I didn't know this, but the FDA puts tattoos under cosmetic shit. So they don't no ink is rated like the FDA doesn't claim it's cool to put a tattoo on your body, ink in your body, any of that stuff.
They're not like, let's do real scientific studies on this ink to make sure it's safe.
and it's not regulated. So let me go up here and see where it was.
Damn.
Yeah, so people were using whatever they could throughout history to make it. A lot of times it was carbon, charcoal, use dyes and things like that. A Roman scholar, Aetius, was the first person to record his ink recipe in his journals. His recipe called for the use of Egyptian pine bark, corroded bronze mixed with vinegar.
Corroded bronze.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Gallnut and a type of insect larva, which is a type of insect larva, and vitriol. That was his recipe. This was just this Roman guy. They people have used titanium, silver, all kind of things mixed with to get.
Probably a lot of terrible substances too.
Yeah. Well, in the 1950s,
radium that they used to use on those watches, like probably tattooed.
They made
that
tattoos
shit
out of radium.
I bet they did. If they put it on watches, I guarantee you they tattooed that into some people.
That's yeah. So for a while, tattoo artists had to mix their own, their own ink. Pigments were sold in powder form in jars, and then they would mix them with liquid to get the pigment they want. The first pre-mixed tattoo ink came on the scene in the 1950s. Developed by tattoo supplier Milton Zeiss. He was the guy that kind of started like you can buy it already mixed. But because it was the 50s, wasn't really safe. Some of the stuff had lead in it, titanium, iron, carbon, copper, things like that. Every tattoo I have, I asked the artist what kind of ink it was. I had no idea it was regulated. I told him it was, and I got told it was organic ink. I looked up organic, organic ink, and it uses things like purified water mixed with carbon and things like that.
Purified water.
I have no idea. Oh, you can't see my tattoos. I have no idea what's in here. I have no idea what it is, but my immune system's keeping it.
Oh no! When I got my tattoo, I didn't ask them what the fucking ink was made of. I was like, it's tattoo ink. Give me my fucking tattoo.
Oracle, you're in the military. You don't have any tattoos?
Nope. No tattoos.
Mystic, how many tattoos do you have? I bet Mystic has all kinds of fucking real terrible prison tats.
Prison
diabetes
tats.
for life. Oh man, he's fuming if he's listening. Fuck,
he's doing something if he's listening. Well, I was gonna ask you guys.
Stabbing my voodoo doll.
I was gonna ask you guys if you had any tattoo stories, but
no tattoo stories.
So Teddy, how many tattoos do you have?
Currently, I have 3. I want to get a 4th one done, but I want to do a tap out session again. But
what the fuck's a tap out session?
Tap out session is you pay, you pick a tattoo. If the artist agrees on it, you pay a set amount, usually around $1,200. Well, mine was $1,200. And the artist tattoos, and he said he can get the tattoo done in about 8 hours, generally. If the pain is too much and you tap out and say I don't want to continue, then that's your session.
Mm-hmm.
So you lose a session.
Yeah, sit there for 8 hours, like you, man.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be worried about the pain, but I'd be like, I gotta piss.
The dragon I have on my left arm, it was supposed to be a tap out session. I paid the guy. He showed up 2 hours late, also, which is fucking annoying.
2 hours late.
He showed up 2 hours late, and then the tattoo wasn't finished. He didn't have he had to stop, and it goes from the top of my shoulder to my elbow, and then the elbow would stop. There was no tail to the dragon. So I was like, shit, is the tail gonna wrap around my forearm? But he ended up tapping out. Like he took so many breaks. He fucking ordered a pizza, and it was just so it was. He also shared the room with another artist, and they did so much jawing. I'm like, dude. I'm like, the other guy tattooed 4 people, and I'm like, they did so much jawing and shit. I'm like, bro, draw.
Yeah.
It ended up taking, instead of that one session, it ended up taking 3 sessions, which he showed up to the other 2 late also, and they got upset when I didn't tip them.
Yeah, so that sounds like a bad experience.
That was my second tattoo, but yeah.
Tattoo artists. There's a lot of tattoo artists who are not professionals.
Yeah, well, yeah, I understand. I mean, it's funny because I showed up and the other guys and the other guys in the tattoo shop, they kind of knew. They're like, yeah, he's not here yet. I'm like, motherfucker. I'm like, call this motherfucker, do something. Like, I am a single parent. I need to go. I gotta go.
Yeah.
So you were sitting there for 2 hours waiting for this dude?
Yeah.
And then you had 8 hours
Jesus
on top of that?
Christ, man.
Yep.
That's a whole, I mean, if you're already committed, though, if it's a tap out session, like you're kind of in it for the long haul, but it sucks though. You're still waiting on the artist.
Like, addition to that story is my mother-in-law was watching my son while I was getting done, and I was starving, and he was like, "You can stop and eat." He's like, "No, we're not stopping, bro. You're going." So I called my mother-in-law, had her bring me something to eat. She brought my son with me, and he saw that when you get tattooed, you just bleed and stuff, and so my mother-in-law asked me to take a picture looking like it hurt because they were like, how is it not hurting you? And I did, and my son, like this is when he looks at me and thinks the guy's hurt, the tattoo artist is hurting me, so he goes and starts hitting the guy in the leg. Like, you get him, son, you fucking get him.
Yeah, traumatize him.
So you didn't take any bathroom breaks or anything?
I'm pretty sure I took like a piss break, but I don't shit out in public. So
Well, I guess if the artist is like taking a break itself, you can
Yeah,
then. That's the thing too. Is like I was initially thinking like, because I'm like, oh, I'm fucking down for the long haul. You better be too, tattoo artist. Like fucking, you better take your pisses and shits and get like psyched up for the long.
we're doing this shit on the toilet.
Yeah, you
Exactly.
could. Well,
Doing
you
it
could have
live.
like a shared colostomy bag.
That's, now you're getting
There's
out
a
of
big
hand.
bedpan. It's kind of like one of those small kiddie pools underneath
Just
the table.
look into my eyes.
Look at my eyes.
While our
I'll share this.
juices mingle in this sack.
All right, moving on to the what section. If y'all have nothing else about tattoos, anybody?
Nope.
I just have the one.
All right, cool.
I used to think I was
Actually,
too
how
cool
much-
for them.
How much your tattoo cost you?
A friend bought it for me for my birthday. I think this is about 100, 150 with tip.
Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, moving on to the what's sexy. Sexy. I said sexy. What's sexy part of the show? That's where we tell you what the fuck is sexy. You got a goddamn listen because you goddamn say it, so motherfuckers. Up first is. There you go. Up first is Oracle with UFO Revolution.
UFO Revolution.
Revolution.
On Tubi. So Tubi, it's free. TV.
I've been using the Tubi lately.
Yeah, I've been
Not
super
bad. The commercials aren't too much.
Exactly, and that was gonna be my what sexy is not just Tubi but these other streaming services where it's like all this TV shit and the commercials aren't that bad. Like it's way better than network television. But I digress. On Tubi, there is this new series called UFO Revolution, and a lot of stuff has happened so back in 2017 they kind of had that big New York Times story about some of these things that were happening, especially with the U.S. Navy. And since then, and especially over the past couple years, there's kind of been a lot of movement as far as like the U.S. government and things like that. There have been some hearings regarding UFOs and possibly like contractors and stuff having materials that have been recovered. So
what you're saying is the Miami shit was real.
What Miami shit?
Have you not heard about the aliens in the mall in Miami?
I saw that. I don't know about that.
Shit, they decided to go pick up some shoes and Foot Locker.
Whatever happened about that?
Yeah, I don't know about that, but the thing that is really compelling and interesting is that it seems as if, especially the U.S. Navy, because they spend a lot of time out in the water with these carriers, and they have a lot of jets that they send out with advanced radars and all that, and the ships have all that. For the past at least 20 years, it seems like they've been followed by, and they've had hundreds, if not thousands, of sightings with these. And it's actually a flight safety thing. Like they get briefed on this now.
What?
Yeah, like it is that common that it's happening, and they don't know. They like it could be fucking aliens. It could be they have no idea what it is. They just don't know what it is. But this series is just a good, like it just came out a couple days ago, and a lot of stuff has been happening in this space. So if you want to get caught up with like all the
what's
all
the
the
latest
stuff,
in the USB or the the UFO hubbaloo?
Yeah. If you want to get caught up on the latest stuff, this is a good one. Just edited in a compelling way. So check it out. TMZ presents UFO Revolution.
UFO Revolutions
on Tubi.
Check
it out.
Dun. Mystic, are you there, buddy? Oh, I heard of Fritz.
Ooh.
It'd be hilarious if he's
I mean,
like, "Yeah, I've been here the entire time."
You, motherfuckers! I finally found the mute button.
I heard of Fritz, but we're gonna move on to me. We're gonna skip it for now. We're gonna move on to me. Das Boot. I am. I've got some problems with my feet. I'm old. My tendons from my skating days back in my youth are coming back to haunt me. And I also have flat feet. I've got a tendon that's almost getting ready to it's strained, and I don't want to tear it because it'll take surgery and things like that. So I went to the foot doctor. I got some special orthotics made. And while I wait for those, he gave me a boot. And this boot is fucking. It's awesome. I mean, my shifts are 12 hours at work, and it's on concrete because it's concrete floor. And this boot, bro, I usually have a kind of like a wrap that he gave me before, but the wrap's not helping anymore because I'm old and chubby. Oh, Mystic left.
The bitch.
Motherfucker.
Finally had too much of us.
I got this boot. It's kind of like that. Remember the old Reebok Punk?
Oh yeah.
Pumps.
Yeah. It's got one of those in it.
Front?
It's So
right.
the whole thing.
Dave Chappelle had those, and fucking who's it?
Yeah, we get it. That's
Robin Hood Men in Tights.
We get it, buddy. All right, cool. So it's pretty much that. It keeps my ankle steady. I can work on this thing all day, and it feels awesome. It's instead of me having to take like 12 ibuprofen in a day and stuff.
12
really
ibuprofen, Jesus.
Between 6 and 8.
I try not to take more than 4 a day if I'm feeling
awesome. You're not me.
All right.
But it's really starting to help.
Why don't you just do heroin, dude?
Yeah, Teddy. Step up.
I thought about it, and then I was like, you know what? I got insurance. Let me go to the doctor.
Yeah.
But it was a close second. A close second to the heroin.
Teddy also realized you can't get real heroin anymore. It's all fentanyl.
Yeah. I don't want to die. But it's this thing is awesome. It keeps just with the air cushions and things. It's just fucking awesome. Once my orthotics are in, I can get rid of the boot. But my thing is, why can't we make shoes like this? That are this supportive and this fucking
because they're expensive.
Well, I get it. I mean, I paid $250, for fucking Hokas and shit.
That isn't that bad.
Yeah, for Hokas and shit. So, I mean, like, why can't I get a shoe for $300 or $400 that have?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Wait, I don't mind paying extra for the support and the shit. I don't get why we can't have shoes like this.
Well, then they do measurements of your foot and everything.
Huh? Yes, for mine.
Yeah.
Yes.
Of course. They make measurements. That's why they can't just make shoes that awesome because they can't. Well, you got to go through that measurement process, Teddy. That's why.
That's fine. I get that. That's part of the price. I'm just saying I don't understand why.
Right.
Why can't all shoes be measured?
No, I agree.
Not all shoes, you fucking tard.
Yeah. Hey, I agree with Teddy on this because with like 3D printing and shit.
Yeah.
You could get like fucking like Play-Doh molds or something. You fucking step on that at home. You send it in. They print it out. And then bam. Fucking
perfect feet.
Custom perfect
or something. I mean, yeah, if I have to go, if you can only go to a foot doctor and you have to get them measured out and stuff, but they're shoes that look like shoes and they're supportive and everything else. I get that. There's no problem with that. I mean, yeah. That's not every goddamn shoe, you fucking retard. Jesus. I know Foot Locker can't go out of business.
Yeah, right?
God damn it. Up next is Ashtray with the show How It's Made. That show is goddamn. That show's fucking awesome.
Yeah. So I kind of, it's a show I've always liked, but only recently with fucking Nerd Morgan. I was like, what do you mean you haven't seen How It's Made? It's like, it is, remember the, when we were a kid, Mr. Rogers would take you to the crayon factory and whatnot?
Yeah.
Like those kind of factory parts where it's like, oh, how is soup made? But like How It's Made is just a show, like it's that continuously. And like the dialogue is like, it's terribly written.
Does it have the same announcer guy, the same narrator guy?
I mean, it's probably been going on for more than 10 seasons.
Oh, gee, like, How It's Made
15 or something?
Dude, like 20.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe it's 20.
How It's Made has been going on for a long time.
And I've never had it. I've never watched it on, cable back when it started. It's just kind of like been YouTube and whatnot. Tubi, actually, like you mentioned earlier, is where I was just like recently watching it and showing her this show. And it's like, yeah, this is like perfect. Just, And she's like, well, why do they do this? Like, of course they're not going to tell you everything. It's dumbed down, but it's like, it's just a factory show. Shut up and watch. And anyways, like, it is, like that kind of, I don't know, like manufacture porn.
Yeah.
If you like factories and watching how things are manufactured, how it's made, you can watch it free on Tubi with some ads. But it's just really cool. And especially, like, I used to watch this shit on YouTube all the time while I was trying to tinker with, like, my Light Factory. Because you get little hints on, like, how do you move a lot of things efficiently and stuff like that. And you can learn a lot. So, yeah, how it's made if you never watched it. Or if it's just something you want to fall asleep to. Because the dialogue is so corny. It's perfect for that.
So, How It's Made premiered on January 6th, 2001.
So it's
Am I showing up with something now?
22, 23 years old.
For some,
HIDC now.
I don't know. They must have had
That's where I'm on tablet.
multiple seasons in a year, because it says the series was canceled after 32 seasons.
Oh.
And the last episode was aired on March 24th, 2019. So.
Okay. Well, shit. But I guess, yeah, if you're just filming. Good run. That poor bastard and his shitty dialogue.
416 episodes.
416
we're going to overtake. This is episode 415 for us. So we're going to
we're neck and neck with how it's made. Bitch. We'll show you how it's made.
That's how the RER report is made.
No budget.
That's right.
No budget.
Mystic is not here, so we're gonna move on to the fuck you think section of the show. My fuck you think is my goddamn laptop for some reason. It says connection lost, and I had it on my tablet. God damn it. Up first is Oracle getting worked up about dumb shit.
Yeah. So I work in IT, and when I'm not fixing
opening line on a date. I work in IT.
I work in IT. Not a big deal or anything. But yeah, when I'm not fixing people's computers, sometimes I'll just get these like projects or whatever to work on, like, remove the printers or consolidate the printers or fucking
side projects that got to get done around the work office anyways.
Yes,
kind of thing.
And it's just kind of like cost reduction or some sort of inventory thing or whatever, because I work for
somebody's got to do it.
Pretty large place. And so we got one of these projects, and it's actually not the first time, and it was to go get these phones, because there are thousands of phone lines, and some of them are not being utilized, and there's like these physical phones that just over the years
somebody forgot about them and they're in a drawer or something.
Well, not in a drawer necessarily, but it's just a phone that isn't being used. Like, it just doesn't work for the workflow. Maybe it's hanging on a wall.
So it could be
somewhere.
in a room,
yes,
in a corner somewhere,
just
but nobody's
used.
actually used this fucker forever.
Yes. And
that's a waste of a phone.
Well, that's a waste of a phone, and potentially a waste of a phone line or whatever. But it's just it's not a huge high priority thing either. In the grand scale of things, and this comes down, and I'm just. Like, I've got my coworkers, and they're just losing their minds over this thing. They're just like, "Oh my god, this fucking spreadsheet is fucked up," and I just hear this like
trying to figure it out.
Yeah, this angry typing and shit, and I'm just like, it's not that big of a deal. Whatever, just get to it when you get to it. Who cares? Oh my god! I gotta check this, and I gotta cross-reference this and whatnot.
Are you guys all in like an IT room?
We are, but I go to my separate room too.
Yeah.
Because I just don't want to be around like that shit like all day.
I'm getting away from you, motherfuckers.
Yeah, it's like, Jesus Christ! Like, I can't sit here and grief with you for fucking hours and just you know, I'd rather be listening to podcasts and doing other things.
Well, also, it's like, I got
honestly.
work to do.
Exactly.
That's the thing. You got to learn that balance of like
Right.
acknowledging their grievance. It's like, yeah, man, that's gonna suck. You know, it's like,
Right.
And then back to your podcast and getting your own shit done.
Exactly. And that's kind of where I'm at. It's like, yeah, this isn't doing anything for me. You're making mountains out of molehills here. It's not worth the mental
like
fucking anguish, okay? Yeah. You know, in the long run. But yeah, just stuff like that, you know, it's just it'll be fine. There's other fucking things or whatever. But I think for some people that's the only mode that they know to you know, like it's got to be that way.
It's not like, calm down. It's not that serious, bro.
Exactly.
You still get to go home. I mean,
right.
Or the thing too is like they don't realize that like it is their fucking insane urgency that they're putting into it is it's like how they're validating and the importance of it.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of like
and they
kind of
expect like if I'm this intense about it, why isn't everybody else?
Right.
And like they try to foster that kind of like, and a lot of times, especially if there's someone in a position of superiority, it's like you just humor them.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Right.
Till they calm down to the next storm.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't get worked up about dumb shit, man.
Oh, people do it all the time, though. Like,
like the fucking Israelis. Don't get worked up about dumb shit.
Yeah, right. Calm down about those tunnels. They're not going under.
People
don't
killed.
worry.
Come on, chill out, man.
Moving on to me, goddamn Ring doorbell. So my Ring doorbell went out, just fucking died, crapped out on me. I ordered one on Amazon. I thought I ordered the right one. I did not actually. I ordered the one I ordered is actually too fat and doesn't fit next to my door. So sent it back. I decided to go to what do you call it place? Best Buy to get one real quick. Because I miss having a doorbell. Go to Best Buy, get it. I bring it home. I hook it up, and it goes smoothly. It works for like a day and a half, and then it just kicks out. And for the past couple of days, I'm like it's. I've been trying to. It was working sort of. You could hit the doorbell and it would ring inside the house and also outside, but it would hook to the internet, and I couldn't check the camera and stuff. Use the security features. And then this one just fucking crapped out on me. It fucking. I actually called customer support. I got an Indian guy I could actually understand. And he's telling me things to do and shit. And as he's asking me to hold the button down for 20 seconds to do this thing, he's like, "What do you do this time?" I'm like, "It flashed blue at me." He's like, "Oh, it's not supposed to do that." I'm like, "Okay, cool. We'll hold it down for this long." What do you do now? There's a fading white light. He's like, "Oh, it's really not supposed to do that."
Oh, better not do that. It's gonna blow.
And he's like, got some good news, got a bad news for you. You get a brand new doorbell because yours didn't send out a signal. And that's what that stuff means. So I was like, but I got it from Best Buy. He's like, it's a 30-day warranty on all our shit. You can go ahead and take it back and shit. And this is the one time I don't save receipts. I usually just fucking eat it and pick them up. And for some reason, when I bought it this time, I fucking folded the receipt up and put it in my fucking wallet. So I still have it there. But so tomorrow I'm gonna go and hopefully I don't buy another fucking badass fucking. I mean, these things are like $200. Well, the one I have is like $20.
Damn, dude. So are you like? Do you have to? How is this thing powered? Like, how does it get juice?
The one I have is powered from the wires that my original doorbell used.
So you don't? So do you think your fucking wiring's frying this shit or what?
No, it's not, because when I have it disconnected and I touch the wires together, it dings inside the house. So it's not that. And then when I hooked it up at first, even though it kicked out, it conked out on the security features, the camera things, it still, I could ring the doorbell and it would still ring inside the house. So that part worked. I just couldn't get it connected to the internet. And then as it kept trying to get it connected to the internet and everything else, it just cracked it out more again. So yeah. So hopefully I'm gonna go back tomorrow and hopefully they give me a brand new receipt and shit. Because the guy said if we have a problem, call us and we'll talk to the fucking Best Buy people. We're like, well, I shouldn't have a problem because I'll shoot somebody. I won't shoot anybody. I like Best Buy. but I've been fucking with his doorbell for so goddamn long. I've been trying to. It's just so goddamn annoying.
Yeah.
Just first world problem.
Right.
I can't watch.
But it's a goddamn important first world problem, especially when it comes to me.
Goddamn murder. I mean, I don't have a like danger of people coming in my neighborhood stealing packages and shit. So I don't really.
Right.
There we go.
Get it?
Boom.
Yeah, that's my favorite. Okay, moving on. Oh, Mystic's not here. Oh, I'm sorry, Ashtray. Man tries to sue 20 women for being a terrible date.
Oh, yeah. All right. I think I found an image. I'm going to put it here in the outline right below this link of the article because of course, they don't have it in the article, but there we go. This guy looks like a standard kind of, like dating app douche.
Just that silhouette of a guy in front of a window.
Yeah, it's like some dude with his hat on backwards.
Oh no, I'm looking at a different picture here.
Oh yeah, no, you're on the article. Of course, they don't have his photo in the article.
Well,
the thing is, on the outline. I'm sorry.
Okay.
The article though is about how this guy, Nico D'Ambrosio, is trying to sue 27 women in the Chicago area over. So there's these Facebook groups. There's multiple of them. They're just called "Are We Dating the Same Guy?" Where because like this is the absurdity that I was talking about of modern dating is that everyone kind of defaults now to the dating apps, and so often these women are like, are we dating the same person? And it's like, oh, here's a skis ball I just dated. And I kind of got the impression that like he was seeing other people as well. And so they will share these details, sometimes pictures from the dating profile because the dating profile pictures are public.
Sure.
And if you get enough, this guy though had 27 different women. So it's kind of like, okay, there's the criticism of these sites, are we dating the same guy, are that like there's no way for the men to defend themselves, right? Like, and some of these men don't even know that these women are posting these pictures and talking about how they're fucking clingy losers. And the thing though is that like you got 27 different women who are sharing a story and like, yeah, I went on a Tinder date with that guy and he was a psycho. It's just like he's gonna try to sue these 27 women, and it's like, where do you think these 27 women got their grievances? Because you're a dumb fucking shitty fucking person to date, and like don't be surprised because when you're dating over a dating profile or like an app, this is why I date in person in the sense like you connect with someone. You try to share information. The dating profile like thing, it's like all of a sudden, like you can't just multi-date and expect to not be called out nowadays.
Yeah.
Like don't be surprised, you dumb shit.
Don't multi-date.
27. So the thing is like he's going on the offensive, basically saying 27 women. 27 women. He's from the Chicago area.
Of course.
Or it's the Chicago area, so he probably makes good money. Like he's got the things, he's got the attributes, because that's another issue is that there's always 3 men to every female profile, like the ratio. So he's probably got good attributes that he gets a lot of attention, but also.
Well, okay, so I don't think. I don't think there's that argument that people don't know about this shit. When I was on the dating apps, this was like years ago. You could tell how many people like who looked at your little shit and on certain apps, who looked at it, how many times you looked at it and visited your little page and tried to contact you things. So I think it's only it makes it easier for these people to get together. I think
makes what easier.
I mean, it makes it easier for these people to track who's watching and things and who's looking at them. So.
Oh, sure. I mean, and the thing too is like, I get it. Like, if you were a dude dating and say you're just socially awkward dork, and you have a number of bad dates, and all of a sudden you've got 3 women on this, Chicago area face. Are we dating the same guy? And because you were just a bad date, and you like made the same dumb, embarrassing mistake, you actually made it on there. But this guy has 27 women. 27 women. It's like you're gonna sue them all. Yeah. Like, you just suck, man. You fucking suck.
That's a lot of women. Like, did he actually want, like, intend to have?
Yeah, he's a common factor in all this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. He's a common factor, and
no guy goes out with 27 women and not try to have sex. So he was intended something.
Oh yeah, no. It sounds like he fucked a lot of them. From what it sounds like. Yeah, no, he banged. A number of them, like humped them and dumped them, kind of thing. Like he probably was someone who actually makes it. He's claiming that he's lost revenue, blah blah blah, invasion of privacy.
Oh God.
Defamation, doxing. He's getting all like, and he's seeking damages exceeding $75,000 and an injunction relief to prevent the defendants from continuing to publish statements about him on the Chicago group. Basically, like he's realizing that he can't date. He cannot date in the Chicago area anymore because everybody knows.
Fuck himself over, yeah. Yeah. So 2 things. So earlier, it didn't sound like he fucked him. It sounded like he kind of went on a date with him, and was an asshole, whatever.
Yeah.
Or tried to date multiple. I know he fucked any of them.
Yeah, no, sorry. So, this is kind of like a dude. He probably slept with every 27 of these women because it sounds like he had the profile stats to like get a lot of this attention. But then he was notorious, and so he made it onto this Facebook page, so much so that 27 women in the Chicago area were like, oh, yeah, we all went on dates with this douchebag. Okay, and now he can't date.
My second thing is he's asking for $75,000. Is that from all 27 women collectively or from like $75,000 a piece? Or does it state that?
It doesn't really explain. It just says seeking damages exceeding $75,000. And an injunction to prevent them from talking about him anymore on Facebook. It's just kind of like one of these, like, are you serious, motherfucker? He must make good money because he's got enough money to actually decide, like, to pay a lawyer who's like, yeah, I'll suck up your money. We can make this happen. Well, fuck those bitches. They can't tell you you're a shitty fucking boyfriend and that you're clingy. That's fucking that's slander. That's slander. It's like some lawyer is gonna just soak this up.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, it's like he's never going to date in Chicago area again. Dumb fuck.
You dumb fuck. He's going to be back sucking dick behind an Arby's with Justin Fields. He better
move back to Gary, Indiana.
Yeah.
Fucking licking sludge out of the oil pipes.
I think Chicago and Atlanta, they kind of like fight for like the hottest black bitches, but
Chicago and Atlanta? I think Atlanta's got a...
Houston. Yeah, Chicago and Houston. Those 3 places. Atlanta's not big. But yeah, Houston, Atlanta, and Chicago. The black women there are just awesome. That's our show. In all seriousness, go fuck yourself. Whatever dipshit white guy scraped Trump into a goddamn manatee, you heartless bastard. Leave those fat fucking sea cows alone. You're a bad person. And Ashley coming for you. That's it. I'm sitting here.
They probably loved it. It's like, it was
probably Trump's wife, Melania. What's Melania been doing? Can anybody prove Melania wasn't the one who scraped Trump under that Melania name, man?
I think she's staying away from Trump at the time. So yeah. That's a show we're gonna be here every fucking Thursday. I don't even know why Wednesday's still in there. It's our show. We'll be here when we goddamn want to. You can't tell us what to do. Because you're not a real dad. Yeah. Are you? Anyway.
We have no sponsors anyways. Fuck off.
That's right.
Have no fucking sponsors. Make sure you join the conversation at theredreport.com or facebook.com/theredreport. You can't fucking Twitter us anymore because Twitter doesn't exist. It's X now, and we're still not allowed because there's 2 people. I'm not going to name them, Ashtray and Mystic. Like and shares the fuckers. We're down for whatever. I prefer they sharing in a fucking... I'm Teddy.
I'm Oracle.
And this is the Ash... Tray.
And I'm Mystic. Sorry you weren't here, buddy. You can redo it if you want to.
He didn't even reply to our fucking chat thread.
And this is the Red Report. If you want to redo it,
better be under cardiac arrest.
What? One more episode. We one more episode and we're tied with how it's made.
With how it's made? No shit.
Fucking do
It's
it.
fucking beautiful.
Fucking